the swap. Sometimes we can get paid just for holding on to a position. There will be times when you look at your trading history and find that you've had some money added or removed from your account, and this wasn't as a result from the profit or loss of an actual trade that you placed. Now, there's something called the swap. Your broker might call it the rollover. What happens is at 5 p.m. Eastern every trading day, every trade that you're in will be closed by your broker and immediately reopened. When this occurs, you will find that if you're in a trade at the time, you will have either made some money or lost some money in the swap. Central banks of each country give credit to their country's commercial banks. They lend this money at a certain rate of interest. This annual rate is called the discount rate, and these rates of interest also apply to you as a trader. If you're buying a currency that has a higher interest rate than the currency you're selling, you will earn some money come the close and reopen of your position at 5 p.m. Eastern. If you're selling a currency with a higher interest rate, you will end up paying some money. Now, let me describe that just a little bit. For example, if you're buying the pair Euro-USD, what you're really doing is buying the Euro and simultaneously selling the USD. If you're selling the Euro-USD, you're selling the Euro and simultaneously buying the US dollar. Another currency pair would be the Australian dollar, Canadian dollar, for example, the odd CAD. If you're buying the odd CAD, you're buying the Australian dollar and selling the Canadian dollar. If you're selling the odd CAD, you're selling the Australian dollar and at the exact same time buying the Canadian dollar. Now, if you were to buy the Australian dollar Japanese yen pair, for example. Now, from the chart, you can see that the Australian dollar interest rate is 2.5%, and the Japanese yen interest rate is 0.1%. Because you're buying this pair, you will earn 2.5% because of the Australian dollar, and you will pay 0.1% because of the Japanese yen. You're buying the Australian dollar, so you're earning that interest, and you're selling the Japanese yen, so you're paying that interest. The difference will be 2.4% in your favor. Now, these interest rates are over the year. The 2.4% per year is divided by 365 days to give us your daily swap rate. This is what you will be paid or have to pay on a daily basis if you hold your position over the rollover period at 5 p.m. Eastern. Now below, the diagram shows how you make or lose the swap on a trade. Now you've got the high interest currency as the base currency and the low interest currency as the quote currency. If you're buying, you are in a positive carry. This means that you'll be making money on the swap. And if you're selling, this is a negative carry. It means you'll be losing money on the swap. Now, if the currency pair has the base currency as the low interest currency and the quote currency is the high interest currency as the diagram on the bottom. So you've got a low interest versus a high interest, low interest base, high interest quote. Buying this pair is a negative carry. You're going to lose money. You'll end up paying on the swap. And if you were to sell this particular currency pair, you'd end up making money. You'll have a positive carry. The swap will put money into your account.